Bonjour, bonjour, continuous liners. How we all doing? This is Megan Burns coming to you live from the streets of Paris. I'm here in the 5th arrondissement. I'm at Rue de Mouffard. To me, it sounds like Rue de Mustard. And today is Marché Day, so there's a whole little market thing going on in the plaza. I got a little corner table here because, I don't want to sit too close to anyone and be like, blah, 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 and have them look at me funny. Not that anyone cares. I mean, literally, no one cares. No, Parisians couldn't be less interested in what I am doing. And then there's the tourists, and they don't care what anyone's doing because they themselves are lost, right? So there's really, like, we are really in this era of just nobody cares what you're doing. Literally, no one cares, right? So you can go out there and do whatever. Honestly, that's what a lot of people do. They're out there doing whatever, and nobody cares. So I don't mean that to be as callous as it sounds. It sounds pretty callous, doesn't it? But it's because of our phones, right? Like, everyone is so sucked into their phones. They don't care what's happening around them because we're all just so fixed on what our phones are saying, right? So, there's no winning in any of this. All right, there is some winning because what I do to combat these heebie-jeebies, these social heebie-jeebies, is I do my continuous line warm-ups. I'm trying to adjust my camera, and it's not working. You know what the problem? Not the problem, but these tables are very small, and so there's not much room to play. So here, I'm going to just come back a little bit. Phone is locked in, and I'm going to just start doing some continuous lines. You know why? Because it makes me feel better when I do this. I'm absolutely enjoying being here in Paris and drawing and cruising around. I've rented a bike for the month, one of the city bikes, right? And it's super cool, but there is a big difference in being someplace for 1 month and being someplace for 1 week, right? Because when I was here for a week, it's like, yeah, I'm going to buy that $1 million croissant. Yeah, I'm going to have that $1 million latte. And yeah, I'm going to have the best lunch I can afford, right? And I'm going to go and do and see everything that I can. But being here for a month, I'm a little bit more conscientious about price. And just the wind just picked up. I know I need, here's my binder clip right here. And things have gotten expensiver, right? Like, the whole world has gotten more expensive, right? It's just how our world is now. Things are more expensive. Now, if you're in the most tourist, like if you're near Notre Dame, you expect to pay top dollar for a latte. But really, it just seems like, generally speaking, prices are up. They are up, right? Everywhere. And that's it. It just causes some stress, right? I get a little stressed out with that. I get stressed out with how expensive things are, and then it triggers this whole thing of like, should I even be here? Am I even worthy of being here? Have I earned it? Have I worked hard enough to like be in Paris for 1 month? Am I worthy, right? Like, it kicks off this whole thing when I just start freaking out about inflation. And I know, just let it go. You're there for a month. Enjoy, blah, blah, blah. All the things your friends will tell you. Very good and well-intentioned friends. But, I'll be honest, the world is different right now, right? I mean, it's always changing. Oh, merci. Things are always changing, right? Oh, look at this. Bonjour. Yes, okay, I'm going to have my little latte. Very little latte. Café crème, not a latte. Oh, it's delicious. Absolutely. Bonjour. Muy buenos dias, everyone. How we all doing? See, instantly, I'm relieved of all my anxieties. I'm doing some continuous lines, and I'm sitting in a cafe in Paris, and I'm doing some continuous lines, right? And I'm set up on a very high traffic corner. Wait, I'm trying to cover my phone, but the wind has picked up. Ooh, it is totally picked up. We're having absolute autumn weather here. It's raining and it's cloudy and then it's hot and sunny. It's beautiful, right? So, yeah, the whole thing of like the anxiety of the price, and then you got that whole anxiety of what's happening in the United States, because you can't really, as much as you want to get away from it, you really can't. I mean, the whole world is laughing at the United States and aghast, right? Like two thing, like, oh my God, what a joke. What a joke, though. Look at all those clowns. But they're doing some serious damage, right? And so it's embarrassing and it's heartbreaking, right? It's heartbreaking. But since I've been here, I've got a TV in my apartment, and I don't have a TV and I don't watch it, but I've been watching documentaries on YouTube and stuff, watching things about the history of Paris. And, you know, I think everyone knows the history of Paris is long and complicated and full of wars and revolutions. And but here's what I've been learning since I've been here is like when the actual like city was being built, it was really, there was a lot of authoritarian regimes in place. There was insurrections. There were dictators and dictator wannabes, right? Like we're not the first country to have a bunch of politicians who are drunk on power and want for all the greed and money, and well, they're greedy and they want all the money and all the power, right? The United States is not new to that whole idea. I think the surprising thing is how quickly it collapsed into all that, right? Land of the free. And, you know, like so many of the things that happened here in Paris, even to like build all these beautiful buildings, right? The traditional Parisian, the apartment buildings, that not this so much, but here, let me see if I can just show you around here. You know, they pushed out all the poor people, and that sort of traditional Parisian look, right? They pushed out all the poor people and made life easier for the rich people and harder for the poor people, right? So that's not a new trick at all, is it? And that's absolutely what's happening in the United States, and all these like, and you know, it's not even like these are like regal royal people. These are like world-class, subpar humans that are trying to grab all the power. I'll refrain from saying words that could cause inflammatory responses. I have a sip of my coffee. But it is, I mean, the one thing that is so interesting about traveling, and I'm not the first to know this or discover it, is just to discover the history of where you're at, right? In Paris, you know, it's very well known and it's very touristic-y. And I can see why the Parisians are annoyed, because look at where it's just full of tourists all the time, right? It's that love-hate thing of tourism that the world is suffering with, right? And how so many of the things that are in place today happened because of revolutions, and happened because of insurrections, and happened because of power-hungry regimes tried to grab and take everything as much as they could. Get it while you can, right? Come and get it, that whole thing. And so while it seems relatively calm here, comparatively, it's not like the revolution, or is it, right? And I mean, there does absolutely seem to be an air of revolution going on, right? So, I mean, yeah, that's possible. Like the United States could be looking at some serious political upheaval that will turn into social upheaval, that will turn into society upheaval, right? And all that is kind of stressful, right? And so I'm feeling the stress of that. I mean, maybe I should just let it go. Easier said than done. I'm here by myself, which I love, but it just gives me time to like ponder things. I guess I always just ponder things, right? And so just pondering the fate of the world, and like I saw something this morning that said, artists will never make money, artists will never be able to support themselves. This whole thing that I should not have watched, of just like how an artist will never, ever, ever be able to make money. And they were talking about men too, right? Like men always, even as artists, they have to go find other things to do. And I don't mind finding other things to do. Like I like doing workshops, but is that even enough? I have no idea. So the neuroses of the day, it doesn't go away, even when I'm in a beautiful place like Paris. In fact, it just gets turned upside down. And it's seen through the lens of being a tourist and being an artist. And I did just bring all my drawings into a scanning copy place right in the university neighborhood that I'm staying. And they were all young kids in there, and they were like, cool drawings, man. So I got the social approval of younger folk. And really, there's a bee. I don't mind the bee, just don't land on me because I don't want to get stung. He's checking out my art. Yeah, so here I am, like midway through my page here, and I can feel it. It's I think it's the coffee too. Look at that adorable little cloud right there. Oh, and there's a bee coming to check it out right over the church. And here's a cute little plaza. There's a fountain right there, and then all up on the streets is like vegetables and fish stands and seafood, and there goes a delivery. What's he delivering? Linky. I don't know what that is. But what is so cool, this reminds me of, oh my God, you got to see these kids coming by. They're like all holding hands and everything. It reminds me of San Francisco in that every kind of motorized vehicle is whizzing by. So there's a lot of like whizzing going on here. I want you just to see what's about to walk through here because it's adorable. Hey. Cuties, all the kids coming through. Yeah, so I'm here in Paris. Have I said that? And I'm getting ready for my workshop. People, Chris is already here, and people will start arriving today and tomorrow. And I've had to rent a space to start our workshop because there's no extra space in Paris, right? Like, the space is at a premium. It's like San Francisco in that regard. You don't just, like, take over a cafe. Well, even if we were to take over this cafe, it would be met with you just don't take over places, right? And then we're going to make sketchbooks and stuff like that. So I've had to rent a space, and all ready for everyone. So I'm pretty excited about it. We got lots of fun activities planned. We're going to cool museums. First one is the Picasso, and then the d'Orsay, and Notre Dame, and Montmartre, and Versailles. We're going to Versailles for a day. So really cool stuff. And yes, I'm completely neurotic, whether I'm at home or whether I'm traveling or whether I'm, hosting a sold-out workshop or I'm hosting a barely full workshop. All is okay, I guess. I guess soon it'll all be over, right? I guess, right? But it is, I am awash in my thoughts of like just how strange the world is. and how what is happening in the United States is affecting me. I mean, I just look at my phone and I'm like, oh my God, right? Like that whole thing with the jets flying over when his victims were speaking. Outrageous, heart-wrenching that a subpar human this petty and this consumed with guilt and surrounded by, people that would protect him from all that they would stoop to a level of making the military fly over while his victims were speaking about the crimes he and his friends committed, right? Like, this is where we're at. And so hopefully, like, oh my God, this is where we're at, right? Like, that kind of stuff just totally messes with me. Like, there is no right in any of it. There is no right, and there's no easy way through it, right? So anyways, I just have to I gotta just get right in my head and just know that you can't trust anything or anyone, and that nobody cares, and that we're doomed. And the only thing I have is my continuous line. That is the only thing I have. And it's the only thing that really, honestly, makes me feel better. I mean, I love the lattes, and they work for a few minutes for sure, right? Isn't that a beautiful thing? Yeah, beautiful thing. So I'm going to carry on. I'm going to keep doing my continuous line. I'm going to go have something to eat so I get a little calmed down. I get all riled up. I go too long without eating anything, and then I'm like deranged. More deranged than usual. Such beautiful people. Beautiful watching the people, right? And I'm going to finish big with a heart because everyone is dealing with something, myself included, right? And so I got to remember to go easy on myself and easy on others, because stressful days for sure, right? And even when you're traveling in beautiful places, right? So go easy on myself and go easy on others. Finish big with a heart. And do your lines. See, look at my lines. There's all my neuroses right there. But I finished it with a layer of heart. So, all right, everyone. Totally cool to see what everyone's doing in the continuous line pairs. I'm having fun with that, too. Because it's just like everywhere, every which way you look here is a drawing, is a painting. Every which way you look. Like, look at this guy right here. I want to draw him. Oh, where is he? Right there. Yeah. Every which way you look, it's a drawing. So I'm going to go do a drawing, and I think I'm going to walk home. I don't think I'm going to ride a bike. I think I'm going to walk so I can check out my neighborhood. All right, everyone, keep drawing your lines, keep telling your stories, keep doing the thing that keeps you centered and in line with your third eye, your throat chakra, your heart chakra, your sacral chakra, and your root chakra. Keep it all in line. Keep yourself centered. Even when I have these neurotic moments of going blah, it does help me then get myself lined up, because that's what we need to do today. We need to take good care and keep ourselves aligned so that we can think clearly and proceed in the best path forward. Peace out, everyone. Au revoir.